Blessings guys, Alex Angelo with you. Welcome to my channel and my page. It's been a little while and I'm sorry I have not been able to post any videos lately or make any kind of posts. I was quite busy and also trying to get something sorted out. Also, we're getting closer to the end of the 2024 and actually I can say that personally for myself it's been an interesting year, really. Quite challenging year, but also quite an interesting year. I think for a lot of people, this year's been like a very challenging year. At the same time, for other people, this year could have been the point of some sort of transformation. Of course, depending on your rising sign or your sun sign in general, and whatever the transits in the sky were during this year. But also, let's not forget that we have just been through the tough moment of the election, and I want to say something about this, even though I'm not into politics and neither am a politician. But lately, just before the election and almost through the out a month through the out of election, a lot of people were trying to find the answers of who was going to be elected as a president in astrology, thinking and considering that astrology can give us some sort of answers to that question, which is in a way understandable. But let's not forget that astrological transits and astrological combinations of different kind of planets with the signs and their aspects is deeply related to our behavioral patterns. And through the energy of drivenness, through the energy of the drive, I would say that, depending how what your sign is and what the transits were going through your certain houses, we can say that the behavioral pattern of the person can kind of be different or like kind of change from the previous year, and maybe at at some point, sorry, they're more driven now, and their actions are more driven, more stubborn. So basically, also considering about the behavioral pattern of the person on a subconscious level, the certain transits for elected officials can be beneficial. Meanwhile, for others, may not be that, let's say that, beneficial. So of course, now it's already been a week since the Donald Trump has become the 47th president of the United States of America, and a lot of people were also asking me, what do you think, Angelo, who is going to be the president? So I never really tried to look into this, but honestly, in a way, I think that the heat on the both side was really, really strong and powerful. But if we go and take a look at the chart of Kamala Harris and Donald Trump, then what we're going to see is that um, Donald Trump's North Node were returning back, actually. And this day was falling almost, I believe, on the day of election, which probably provided him with that key up to the success. Whereas for Kamala Harris, her Saturn was in retrograde this year, which means that, of course, even though the Saturn can cause us a lot of limitations, a lot of kind of um, you know, I would say that limitations towards our goals, towards moving in the direction of our goals. But yet again, Saturn also gives a quite powerful features of personality traits to the person. So they both are good speakers. They both are able to actually fire up the crowds. But considering that I did deeply think when I saw that Donald Trump's North Node was going to fall almost on the day of election, I was like, well, you know what? Probably he's going to be the winner. Again, probably. I never really put it 100% like uh, confirmation of that because, this is life and everybody has their free will. But once again, this is really funny how the celestial bodies can play some sort of role in our life. So, um, basically, what I was going to say that let's not forget that now we're also in the era of Pluto entering Aquarius. So this is a quite revolutionary era, which might be now putting the system completely upside down or maybe in a different direction. Whether it's going to be bad or good, we will be able to witness it within the next almost like the 15 years, I would say. So, now back to the reading, my friends. I hope that you're ready. And of course, for tonight, I'm going to use my question deck, my high spirit question deck, which is going to be able to help us to understand the question. And then I'm using my tarot deck, which is going to be giving us the answer to this question. And then I'm using my Lenormand deck in order to specify certain details about what the tarot would tell me. And the last card, we will of course pick an angel number card, which will actually also be an additional guidance for us. So if you're ready, then let's go. So now I'm going to close my eyes. I would like you to close your eyes as well. Just let the free will and the free energy flow you through. And let's see what the higher spirits want us to know. Okay, the question fell. Is there an attraction between us? So I can see the question, I hope. Is there an attraction between us? Of course, considering the question, this is more likely about interpersonal relationship, which is very common subject for spiritual guidance. So at this point, I want you now to close your eyes and imagine the person that you're thinking about. It can be a new person that you just met, or it can be a person that you might be thinking who's having an attraction towards you, or that could also be your previous partner that you might be thinking wants to come back into your life, right? So I want you to close your eyes, imagine them, try to feel the connection, and meanwhile, I'm going to be shuffling the cards. And I'm going to pick up 3 cards to actually tell us about their thoughts, their feelings, and their emotions. So the first card fell. The second card fell. The third card fell. All right, so let's go. So the first card that fell is the Ten of the Swords. Well, the Ten of the Swords can clearly describe as that probably the person had just ended some sort of relationship, or just came to an end of some sort of cycle in his life, some sort of period of his life, and it might not be easy for them, right, to go through kind of the situation right now. So their thought might be more occupied with the situation that they have just faced with. Again, it could be another relationship, or the relationship that they had, or also this could indicate your relationship at this point. They might think that actually this has come to an end, that this relationship may not have any kind of potential for future, or any kind of potential for reconciliation. But again, this is the level of their thoughts, conscious mind, which can be changing. The next card is their emotions. Here we have the Queen of the Pentacles. In their emotions, there's definitely some sort of feelings are there, and all this person wants is some sort of to create a stability, a more maturity in this kind of connection. Probably, again, as I told you, if this is about your previous relationship, probably things were quite intense in the past, and now the person just wants stability, wants the peace, wants to bring all those pieces together and put them back together in order to create some sort of stability in your relationship, or stability in their life in general. And again, if we're talking about somebody that you might be interested, but you don't exactly know like what they're going through, so it seems like the person had just gone through some sort of tough period of ending, and now they're trying to again bring their pieces together to restore their peace of mind and just basically heal. The next card is their subconscious or intentions, and here we have the Ace of the Pentacle. Well, Ace of the Pentacles clearly telling us that there is actually a potential intention in them that would want to start something with you, that would want to start the communication with you, that would want to make the first step, or would like you to make the first step if it's a relationship that you've been in and you just fall out, or you had an argument, or whatever it is. So definitely the intention is to kind of make the first step and give it a try. So in order to be able to see what can come out from this. So now we're doing the same thing with my Lenormand deck. Keep the question on your mind. Okay, the card. Oh, all right. First card, the Cross. Yes. Yeah, makes sense. Now, second card. Okay, the House. Well, quite. Oh, the card fell. Quite. Oh, another one. Well, I'm not going to edit this because actually everything's happened so natural. The Writer. So actually now it makes a little bit more clearer sense to me because so the first card again, if you remember, is the Ten of the Swords. Like something happened and the situation or the relationship on their mind came unexpectedly to the end, right? But then here we have the cross, and the cross says that probably that was something that meant to be. That was a difficult moment where the decision had to be made for that specific moment, and it doesn't again necessarily mean that it's going to be like this for the rest of the life or for the rest of the time. But this decision some sort of had to be made by one of the sides. I would say. So the next card over here is actually telling me now about their feelings, emotions, and of course, as I told you earlier, with the Queen of the Pentacles, they do seem to want a little bit more stability in the peace. And here is the card of the House, which clearly shows security, home, warmth, and feeling guarded, feeling like secure. So right now, this person is just trying to really bring their peace of mind together to feel secured and to feel restored and safe again. And of course, the last card of the tarot card was like the Ace of the Pentacles, which is with their intentions definitely is there. And the Rider card clearly says that they're passionate, probably about to make the first step, or they might be a little scared of making the first step at some point, but they definitely want to. And probably, if again it was in a relationship that you've just kind of fell out, you might still hear from them, and there might be a possibility of them taking this step. So now we're going to move into the angel card decks, where actually the angel number decks, and see what they're going to say to us. So now I want you again to concentrate on the same question. Let's go. Number 2222. Let's see what it says. Peace. Gratitude, peace, and resilience. So of course, as we were talking about the person and their emotions to be wanting to accomplish the peace of mind and just bring all these pieces together. Gratitude, peace, and resilience. Cultivate an attitude of gratitude, reflecting on the blessing in your life. Take time to breathe deeply, savoring the peace that comes from stillness. Build resilience by facing each day with a courage and an open heart, ready for life's adventures. I think that it is very relevant actually to this current situation, specifically again, considering that if these are the challenging moments that you or your partner or the person that you're so attracted to might be going through, I think that it all makes sense. And please guys, of course, if you like this video, if you found this video relevant to your situation, feel free to put the like for me, and also share this page with your friends on social media if they might be going through some difficult moments, or your acquaintances or your relatives. I hope that this video as a collective reading will be helpful for everyone who will be able to watch this and also just gain their insight, some sort of insight, because sometimes we happen to be in moments where we just need some sort of answers, and our emotions can be on the way, our mental state may not be in the best place, and we need some sort of sign from the universe. So again, as I told you, now this card is telling us that to keep up with the positivity, to be grateful for the things we have in our life, and not to forget that whatever the challenges are we're going through right now is all temporarily. There's never only black stripe. There's always, life is all about white and black. So if right now you're going through some dark moments, trust me, soon enough it's going to come to an end, and you will actually step into your white stripe, into your much lighter days in your life. And if you're going through some sort of challenging moments, I'm sending you positive vibe, and I'm just telling you and encouraging you to stay patient, to be strong, knowing that actually universe knows exactly what it's doing. And if this person is meant to be in your life, then trust me, you won't really have to chase them. Just let the universe put everything together, and let it bring into your life the person that would be good for you and your soul. So guys, also feel free to check out my social media down below, and if you're interested in having a personal session with me, whether it's tarot session or astrological session, feel free to go onto my Linktree link below, and contact me, and I'll be more than happy to answer all your questions. Stay blessed.